Alrighty, welcome. This is Enda here. This is the weekend video, and I'm just going to get right into it. I'm going to mix things up today, start in the wrong place and finish in the wrong place. And hopefully this will be a quick run through of where I think things stand at the moment. If you value that, awesome. If you don't, go away. All right. And I send God's blessings with you too. Go away, but go away in peace. All right. This is Bitcoin. I'm going to start on Bitcoin 4-hour. This is the general kind of pattern that I'm working with. It's an ABC pattern down. We've got A done, but a similar size. Let's see what sort of comparison can we make between A and B. Yeah, similar size actually. Similar length in A as there was to B. Time-wise, I mean. And we just pipped over the 62% retracement of the A wave down, and it looks like a three-wave pattern up. And then what kind of the giveaway on this one is the reaction of that 62% retracement, which was an impulsive move down so far. So it looks like we've got a 1-2 pattern in play off the B wave top. I think this could be the beginning of wave C, but we'll see how that turns out. I'll get into the hourly chart here. This is where I stand right now. We've got a wave 1 down, an A, B, C, pretty bog standard kind of flat correction. Or no, probably a zigzag actually, given that the initial move up was so rapid. But probably a zigzag pattern. So wave C should trace out 5 waves. I'm not sure whether wave C is done yet. What sort of size, what sort of retracement have we got so far? We've got just above the 50% retracement. Maybe we'll get up to 62 again. So it'll be a 62.62. So maybe we'll get to 49,000 again. The move sideways in the last day or two is pretty corrective looking so far. So unless we, move down pretty quickly in an impulsive manner, and we break 43,000 again, maybe that starts today. Maybe we get wave 3 underway today. But I'm allowing for this second wave to complete, and maybe we get wave 3 beginning next week. So in general, look out for a topping corrective pattern in wave 2, and maybe a move down into wave 3. So we'll see how that goes. I will go silver right now. So the count in silver is about as complex as you can get overall. Let's say if we look at the daily count, in general it's a 1-2 pattern that I'm working with. This second wave here has become, it's become one heck of a long drawn out process. It's probably double. It's probably double in size time wise than the initial move up in wave 1. Yeah, I wonder. I suppose it doesn't really make any sense, but it's for my own my own education there. I would say it's nearly double the length in time of wave 1 now in wave 2. And in general, we haven't gone a whole way down. We're still holding pretty correctively. I think this is the second wave. I think we're bottoming pretty soon, and I think we will rally in a third wave then. So I think I mentioned this before. I think silver has more potential than gold even, but either or. As we approach a depression, I think I wouldn't disparage you from buying either. I think we're getting close to a second wave here. Well, let's go into the hourly chart and I'll show you. Or the 4-hour chart here is for, in general, wave 2 I'm looking at as a triple combination. So it looks like wave C will be 3 waves down. So that's wave C of C will be 5 waves. So we've got wave 1, 2, 3 into that real spike low back in August. 3 waves up in wave 4, and then we're moving down impulsively again into wave 5. So it'll be 5 waves down in wave C of 2. So that's the triple combination wave 2, and then we should rally impulsively off that final low. I'm looking at about $21. We might get down to 20. We'll see how it goes. over the next week or so. But I think next week should be enough to finish wave 5. Let's actually get into the hourly chart here, and I'll show you. Here's wave 4. The top of wave 4. It ended up being a pretty, well, I suppose it'll be a combination wave anyway, given the fact that we have a wedge to complete wave C. But it's probably some sort of a 335 flat corrective pattern higher. And then we've moved impulsively lower this week. So the idea being that we've got a wave 1, 2 in place, and we have moved down into wave 3. This morning's action has completed 5 waves down, and we may not be, or has at least traced out a 5-wave pattern in wave 3. I don't think we've completed it just yet. I'd like to see this third wave bottom out down around 22. That'll be the previous support, and then correct higher in wave 4, drop again in wave 5. So there's scope to the downside yet. I think we've an unfolding downside pattern in 5 waves over the next few days, at least, maybe the next week, who knows. But once this 5 waves down is done, then I will be looking up. So, get on board if you want to see what's happening on that one. Okay, let's go backwards altogether. I'll do the S&P. I wasn't so overjoyed about the pattern of the S&P off the high. I'm still not overjoyed by it. Let's face it. I mean, it's not ideal, but I think there is an impulse pattern in there, and I'll show you that in an instant, in a few minutes. Firstly, I think we have a wave 5 in green. I think we have that pretty much done. In terms of pattern, it's done. Whether we've done it in price or not, I'm not sure. Wave 5 in blue of wave 5 in green was ended up being a standard impulse wave higher. Wave 5 in pink of wave 5 in blue was a pretty standard 5-wave move higher. And off that, we've had, what one can describe so far as an impulsive move. We'll see whether this follows through next week. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see on that one. Let's get into the hourly chart here. So there's the top of wave 5. You can see a 5-wave move down in wave 1, where wave 3 of wave 1 had a triangle within there. So, these continually overlapping kind of spikes higher has kind of made the pattern, I suppose, how would you say, interesting, if nonetheless quite difficult to follow. I think we've got wave 1 down complete, an expanded flat wave 2, and we've got wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down in wave 3, and then we've got another running flat actually, wave 4. So we've got an expanded flat and a running flat in terms of corrections, and then a nice spike 5-wave down in wave 5. So you can see that there is a chance that we have a 5-wave pattern lower complete. Now, what's happening off this is anyone's guess. You tell me. I think at the moment it could be a combination wave again. It could be 3 waves up in A, triangle maybe, wave B, and then we should get a pop higher towards, let's say, 44.90 again in wave C. So it could easily be a 3-wave pattern higher in wave 2, and if that's the case, then we've got a 1-2 pattern on our hands. It stands to reason then that we get a follow through to the downside next week in wave 3. So that's what I'll be looking for: wave 2 to complete and wave 3 down to begin. Unless something else appears, I think that's my best guess at the moment anyway. Let's move on. Here is crude oil. 4-hour count is still looking for a top in a 5th wave to come along, probably up above $77 or somewhere. If we get the hourly count here, you can see that I'm tracing this impulse wave higher in blue. So I've got wave 1, 2, wave 3 underway, and then we'll get a wave 4 and 5 later on, if this is correct, that is. At the moment, we've got wave 1 and 2 done, and we're moving higher within wave 3. It's hard to say whether, there's a couple of ways we could view this. I could go wave 1 and 2 here, and then maybe a wave 1 and 2, and then we're moving higher in a third of a third. We'll see how that goes. I'm willing to just let the pattern develop here and see how wave 3 kind of pans out. There's a few options in terms of where the structure develops, or of how the structure develops, and the fact that we've got spikes higher followed by these consolidations in the corrective form, it does suggest that we've got higher prices on the way. So yippee for OPEC. Anyway, move on. That's crude oil done. Next week, probably higher in a third wave. I would say higher in a third wave as long as we hold above $70. If we break below $70 again, I would probably call this into question, especially if we break 67.40 at wave 2. So most importantly, 67.40 must hold. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, gold moving lower again today. I think we're getting close to a second wave here, a second wave low, that is. So I'm counting this as an impulse wave. It's a series of impulse waves, isn't it? Sorry, wave 1 and 2 in green. Let's get the 4-hour chart again. So that's wave 1 and 2. I am looking for a low to form in wave 2 pretty soon. I was pointing to that 1750 area again. It looks like we're going to push maybe back towards this previous internal wave 2 low here. So that gives us about 1718. I'll show you that on the hourly count. But if wave 4 is done, then we should be started in wave 5 now. And this fifth wave should rally quite substantially over the next few months. Okay, so let's get into the hourly chart here. You can see here we've got the wave 1 top, and we've been working lower in this ABC pattern lower over the last couple of weeks. And if you've been following the videos, you know that. Okay, so we've got 5 waves down in wave A, then 3-wave pattern higher in wave B, and then we're tracing out 5 waves down in wave C. If this 5-wave pattern is going to come to a significant low pretty soon, it'll most likely be today. We have the previous second wave low here at 1717. We have the 62% retracement at 1737. So somewhere within that band would be a good area for a reversal to happen. So if we see a spike higher and a higher low, that will complete wave 2 down and suggest that wave 3 up is underway. So next week I will be looking for a completion in the second wave and probably some sort of an entry point into wave 3 up. Okay. What I said earlier, I'm probably a little bit more bullish on silver than I am on gold, but I think both are probably beginning to turn positive. Okay, after a long drawn-out corrective move, here is the Dow. I'm a little bit suspect of the Dow, the pattern in the Dow, mainly because we've got a failed fifth wave, what seems to be a failed fifth wave here. There's this. We could account for it. There is a way of accounting for it. Well, I have accounted for it as a failed fifth wave, but I'm interested in the downside now because of the pattern that has formed over the last couple of days. I'll show you that right now. If wave 5 is complete here at a failed fifth wave after an ending diagonal, we could argue on that one. The alternate count is for wave 4 to be completing now, and then we move higher into wave 5. We'll see how that goes. Let's get into the hourly count here, and I'll show you how that's working out. It looks like we've got wave 3, wave 4 done, and then wave 5 up. So it was always an ending diagonal, so there's 3 waves up in wave 5. You can see that there is a bit of a disparity between the length of wave C and the length of wave A. You could say a major disparity. You could also look at an A, B, C pattern higher. It's a hard one in my head to kind of split between those, to be quite honest. The only reason I'm looking down right now is because we've got a 5-wave pattern lower. So we've got wave 1, 2, extension wave 3, running flat wave 4, nice spike lower in wave 5, and then it's what seems to be again another running flat in wave 2. So we've got an A, B, C, C at a new or a lower high, let's say, than wave A. Got that ABC pattern up, and a spike lower again in the overnights, and the futures are holding lower, or did hold lower. So far we're opening lower. So it suggests that we might have a third wave coming our way. If we see acceleration lower today, especially if we break 33,700, which marks the previous second wave, then we're probably moving into a third wave down. The most important support at the moment is that basically 33,000 at wave 4. If we see a break of 33,000 again, then I think we have a solid candidate for a long-term top in place. Okay, so the short-term pattern today suggests that we have a 1-2 in place, that maybe we're going to head lower into a third wave. We'll see how that goes. I'd like to be able to rule out this alternate account here. If we broke 33,740 again, that would rule out this alternate fourth wave, and then we could work with this impulse wave down. Okay, let's move on. This is dollar yen. The idea being that we've got a 1-2, 1-2 in place. I was eyeing this band of support here earlier on this week. We were talking about 109.11, between 109.11 and 109.72. We just dipped below 109, let's say 109.10. I think we got to 109.9, and we spiked higher. So the suggestion is right now that we've got wave 1 and 2 complete, and now a wave 1 and 2 complete. Go into the hourly chart and I'll show you that. That's wave 1 in green, and A, B, C. Excuse me, wave 2. I forgot to bring a drink up, so my mouth is like a carpet right now. So we've got an A, B, C down, and wave 2. We've just about made that minimum target level for wave C to be valid, and then we have moved higher in a reasonable impulsive form overnight. So we've got a 5-wave pattern higher in wave 1 of 3. So as long as 109, let's say 109, I'd like to see 109.15 or 20 hold. Let's say 109.20. If 109.20 holds, then we are on for an impulsive move higher. So let's see how that goes in dollar yen. Here's the 4-hour count in cable. Hard to know whether we have completed this second wave or way back here in August, or if we are still underway in this second wave. It's kind of how would I say? It's a kind of a flip of the coin right now. There is enough evidence to suggest that we are going lower into a third wave now. So that's kind of, let's say, the tack that I'm taking right now in the short-term count. So I'm looking for 5 waves down in wave 1 and a break of 137 again to signal that this third wave down is underway. So as long as we've got 5 waves down in wave 1 early next week, then I would be willing to kind of move towards that third pattern coming our way. Okay, so the cutoff point here would be 139.11. So let's hope 139.11 holds and doesn't complicate my life any further. Okay, let's move on. This is Eurodollar. This B wave low has found it hard to kind of grasp or find that final low in wave B. I still think we're moving higher in an ABC pattern within wave E of B. But this wave B in blue here has been a slippy one. It doesn't want to stop just yet. Get into the hourly count and I'll show you what I'm thinking here. There's a couple of ways of viewing this. We could have a zigzag pattern underway, so we could have 5 down in A, 3 up in B, 5 down in C. It's a toss of a coin here. We can also have 3 down in A, triangle B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. And this morning we are pushing, or this afternoon we're pushing lower in a possible fifth wave of wave C. So we could see an end to this B wave today. It'll be a larger, more complete pattern. It looks like we're probably heading towards that 78 retracement level, about 117.16 again, and then I would look for a rally into wave C begin. For now, I still prefer the 3-wave pattern higher in wave B. That would be ideal, I think, and that would complete a very long-term triangle pattern in wave E, and then we would move lower to begin wave C down. So that's it. Thanks for being along with me, coming along for the ride. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you found it interesting and useful. As always, I may have bad news in the markets, apart from gold. I think gold is probably going to rally, and silver. I'm going to give you the good news of salvation. That's all you need. Just read it, believe it, and it's yours for eternity. Because whatever stupid decisions we make in our lives regarding our economic actions, don't make the stupid mistake of missing the Messiah. Okay? That's all I'm asking. And it doesn't matter what darn religion you are. This is open to everybody. He came for everyone. So read it and believe it, and I'll see you in heaven. God bless. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.